Good morning. So before the concern, let us discuss first before I discuss about your concerns. So merong concern sa atin si Bendenilia, I guess. Bendanilio. So later, so we will address your concern later. And especially those who are late enrollees. Okay, so our topic for today is about the work, power, and energy. Work, power, and energy. So, if I, nag-integral calculus kayo ngayon, right? Tama ba? Nag-integral calculus kayo ngayon? Okay, good. Okay, so work, power, energy. So, let us start this lesson about working with simple activity. You need to determine if work is done on the object in the following cases. Right? Yes or no. So, mag-number kayo dyan ng 1 to 5. Then, lagay kayo ng yes or no each number. If there is work done. Okay, so from 1 to 5, please write yes or no. Lahat na, sabay-sabay guys, sabay-sabay. Isang send lang, yun, isang chat. 1 to 5, your answer from 1 to 5. Lahat na, mula hanggang 5 na guys. So for Junyo, that would be yes, yes, no, no, yes. For Lucena, yes, yes, no, no, yes as well. For Santiago, yes, yes, no, no, no. Guzman, Cruz, parehas. Yes, yes, no, no, yes. Same with Alvior. Same with Garcia, but Domingo, yes, yes, no sa tatlo. Okay, so how can we know that there is a work done? No? So let us define first what a work is. Work is done if the force applied on an object causes that object to be displaced. To be displaced. So ibig sabihin, nagkaroon ng change in position. Okay? So kapag nag-apply ka ng force at nagkaroon ng change in position, then there is work done. Ngayon, kapag nag-apply ka ng force at walang change in position, then there is no work done. So the work done by a constant force is work is equal to force times the displacement then cosine theta. Now, if that is a horizontal, yung apply ng force natin, work is simply force times the displacement. Kasi cosine theta naman, ay cosine 0 is 1, kaya work is equal to force times the displacement. So, again, for work, there should be a displacement. Meaning, if you apply a force and there is a change in position, then there would be a work done. Now, if babalikan natin yung number 1, pulling a box across the floor. So, there is work done. Nagkaroon ng change in position. Now, number 2, swinging the cradle. Siyempre, pag nagsiswing ang ating mga duyan, so there is a change in position, so there is work done. Number 3, holding a basket of fruits while seated on air. So hawak mo lang yung basket ng fruit, but wala rin displacement, mapa Y or mapa X, so there is no work done. Now, watching your favorite K-drama show, ganun din. Now, number 5, what is your answer? If you push a locked door, so that is a locked door. Nakalock nga siya, kahit i-push mo siya, so there's no displacement. So there's no work done. Kaya no yung ating number 5. So work done by a constant force. So work is the amount of energy transmitted by a force acting through a distance. So the French mathematician Gaspard Gustave Coriolis first coined the term work in 1826. And work is a scalar quantity. So when we say scalar again, di ba, there's no direction. So the unit of work is joules, which is in 1 joule is equivalent to 1 Newton meter. But we know a Newton is a kilogram meter per second square. That if we're going to multiply it by meters, so that will give us kilogram meter square per second squared. And that is equivalent to, for the conversion, 0.7376 foot-pound force, which is also equivalent to 1 times 10 to the 7 erg. So that is the equivalent of 1 joule. So work is 0 when the force is perpendicular to the displacement. So work is 0 when the force is perpendicular to the displacement. So ibig sabihin, let's say meron tayong moving object. So pag yan ay nag-change in displacement natin is delta x, now, meron kang force dito pababa, so the work is still 0. Kasi halimbawa, may box ka dyan, di ba? Yung box ay may force siya downward, pero umaandar. So pag umaandar siya, perpendicular, ang displacement natin is in x, but yung force is pababa, which is the weight, and that is perpendicular. So therefore, there is no work done. So work is positive when the force and displacement are in the same direction. So let's say, for example, we have a box here. You try to push or there is an applied force. Siyempre, pag hinihila mo siya, magkakaroon siya dito ng displacement. And same direction ng kanilang displacement. So therefore, the work is positive. Now, work is negative when the force and change in R are in the opposite direction. So let's say, for example, we have here an incline. So let's say may box dito. Hinihila siya pataas, pero mas mabigat kasi yung box. So let's say this is not frictionless or dumodulus. Yung change in displacement, so kahit nag-apply ka dito ng force, hindi niya kaya. Bumababa siya. So biglang bumaba yung ating change in position. So in that case, the work is negative. So pwede magkaroon ng negative work and positive na work. Although, it is a scalar quantity. So let's have an example. A man cleaning a floor pulls a vacuum cleaner with a force of magnitude F 50 Newton. So force is 50 at an angle of 30 degrees. So theta is 30. Calculate the work done by the force on the vacuum cleaner as the vacuum cleaner is displaced. So delta x is 3 meter to the right. So to the right. So again, simple lang siya. Ang ating work is simply force times the distance or the displacement, 3. And since may angle, so cosine, 30 degrees. So what is now our work? So what is the work done? 150 cosine 30, so that is 129.9. And the unit is joules. So yan na yung ating number 1. Okay, so let's have number 2. A box is dragged across a floor by a 100 Newton force directed 60 degrees above the horizontal. How much work does the force do in pulling the object 8-meter distance? So again, force is 100. Theta is 60. Displacement or the distance is become 8. So again, simply lang, work is 100 times the displacement, cosine 60. So what is now the work? So 400 joules. Yan. So medyo hirapan natin ng konti. Work done by several forces. So that is the work kapag yung meron tayong direct lang na substitution. So what is work done by several forces? So several forces na. So meaning the total work is the summation of the force times the displacement. So parang work 1 plus work 2, so that would be the work total. So work is a dot product kasi nga ang ating work is a scalar. So if that is a scalar, we need to use the scalar product. So work F delta R cosine theta, which is also equal to the vector F dot the change in position vector. Okay? So, di ba, when it comes to the dot product, ang kailangan lang natin i-multiply I dot I, then J dot Jn, K dot K. So, let's have an example. So, what is the work here? What would be the work done kapag ang given sa atin ay vectors? Wait lang. So work is equal to, so we have 3 times 3, then plus 5, so J sa J times negative 3, and this must be K, and then plus negative 2 times 2. So what is now the work done? So that is if we have a given a vector. So that would be 9 minus 15 minus 4, and the work will give us negative 10 joules. So that is the work done. For example, number 3. Is question sa sample number 3 natin. May questions? None? Okay. So, work done by a varying force. As you can see on the formula, we have the integral. So, work is equal to the integral of the force times the dx, which is the displacement, no? From xi to xf, meaning final position to the, from initial to final position. And that area under the curve is equal to the average force that acts over the entire displacement multiplied by the displacement. So actually, this is from module 5 nyo pa to, yung topic ng area under the curve. But medyo tatalakayin na natin ng konti. And I know that you are familiar or you know what an tawag dito, you know the definite integral, yung may limits. Okay, so sample problem. So buburahin ko agad So sasagutan natin to using calculus or integral calculus. A child applies a force parallel to the x-axis to a 10 kilogram sled moving on a frozen surface of a small pond. As the child controls the speed of the sled, The x component of the force applied varies with the x coordinate of the sled as shown in the graph below. Calculate the work done by the force when the sled moves from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 8. So, 0 to 8. So, ito yung ating work 1. Then, ito yung ating work 2 kasi from yung letter B naman is from 8 to 12. Now, how are we going to get that? So, this is 0, 0. And this point is 8, 10. So, sabi sa integral natin dito, yung strip natin, if that is a vertical strip, so meron tayong upper. Then lower natin dito, ang lower natin dito is x-axis. So, meaning y is equal to 0. Now, ano yung upper natin? So, we need this equation. So, anong equation na yan? Eh, given tayo ng 2 points, so we can get the equation of that line. So, how are we going to get the equation of that line? First, we need to get the slope. So, what is the slope? Ano yung m? So, slope natin, di ba ang slope is y sub 2, that would be 10, minus y sub 1, which is the origin, 0. Then, ito naman, over x minus x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, the slope is 10 over 8, or 5 over 4. So, if that is the slope, we can now get the equation. So, the equation of a line by point slope form, di ba yung y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. So, y, so gamitin na lang natin yung origin para mas madali. So, minus 0 all over 5 over 4, and this is x minus 0. So, in that case, we can say that y is equal to 5 over 4x. So, ito ngayon yung equation na need natin. So, yun yung upper. So, let us now solve for that. So, meaning, integral from 0 to 8. Yung upper natin is 5 over 4 x minus the lower, which is y is equal to 0, kaya 5 over 4x na lang, then times the dx. So, yun yung kailangan natin i-integrate para makuha yung work 1. So, ito yung work 1. So, again, work 1 is equal to, pwede natin ilabas yung 5 over 4, then integral ng x dx. So, what's the integral of x dx? So, this is 5 over 4 times integral of x dx. X squared over 2. Okay. But this is from 0 to 8. So in short, we have 5. So 2 times 4 is 8, diba? So lagay natin dito sa pinakataas. So 5 over 8. Then, ang unang value ng x ay 8. Kailangan natin i-squared. Then minus, second value ng x ay 0 and squared. So this gives us, so 5 times 8 lang to, no? So 40 joules. So ang work 1 is 40 joules. Nakuha? So that is by the use of calculus. Kailangan natin kunin yung equation. Pagdating naman dito sa work 2, ibang equation naman to. Hahanap tayo ng bagong slope. So 40 joules ang work 1. Again, that is if we're going to apply the area under the curve. Kasi yun yung formula ng ating work done by, pag varying force kasi, meaning hindi constant yung work mo. Even the force is not constant. So magkaiba, kaya dito, hindi siya diretso lang na pataas, may biglang bumaba. So meaning, nagva-vary. question dito sa problem number 4 sa letter A. So that is solution by the use of the integral calculus. But you will learn this in your module 5 kapag nasa area under the curve na kayo. But for the definite, alam ko naman pamilya. Yeah, pag kukunin mo yung formula, slope. Kasi kaya tayo nag-slope because of the line, equation of a line. Kaya kailangan natin ng slope. Okay? So, paki-screenshot muna ito. Paki-screenshot. Then, we will answer this A, B, and C again. Okay na? Na-screenshot na. So, work 1 is 40 joules. Okay. So, okay, delete ko na, no? Okay. So, how are we going to solve for that? Since sinabi naman nila, that is area under the curve. So, again, from letter A, ito 0 to 8, di ba? 0 to 8. So, yung letter A, so this is our work 1, and this is our work 2. So, work 1, if I ask you guys, from 0 to 8, ano ang nakikita nating plane figure? Anong plane figure yon? A right triangle. Now, what is the area of a right triangle? So, what is the area of a right triangle? One half base times height. So, kung ito ang ating right triangle, gaano kahaba yung ilalim natin? Di ba from 0 to 8 yon? So, the base must be 8. Now, how about the height? Kita naman natin from 0 to 10 yan, di ba? Yung taas, pinakang taas, so this is 10. So, therefore, 1/2 base is 8 times height is 10. So, still, that will give us 40. So, work 1 is 40 joules. Letter B. Siyempre, mas madali ng ganitong formula. So, work 2, ito naman ang ating right triangle ulit. So, right triangle ulit. So, ano yung height? Still 10. But the base is from 8 to 12. So, 4 na lang. So, 1/2 base times height. So, this is 1/2 times 4 times 10. And this gives us 20 joules. So, therefore, letter C, for the total work, is simply work 1 plus work 2. And that will give us 40 plus 20, which is 60 joules. So, yun yung ating solution from A to C. Again, we did not use the integral calculus. But take note, guys, yung mga area ng mga plane figures natin, yung formulas talaga nila is galing sa integral calculus. If you're going to derive the area of the triangle, the area of the circle, lahat yon galing sa integral. Doon ang galing yung formulas nila. Okay, may question dito sa sample problem number 4. Dapat ano tayo, calculus-based talaga kasi calculus-based physics tayo. Kaya pinakita ko na lang yung calculus-based na solution natin. Okay, next. How about this one? So actually, dapat 3 beses tayo mag-i-integral dito, di ba? Pero kaya na kasi kung triangle naman yung nakikita natin, why not? So si work ni Al, ito ang work ni Al. Next, we have work for Betty. And then we have work for Chuck. The figure below is a force versus displacement graph showing the amount of force applied to an object by 3 different people. Al applies force to the object for the first 4 meters of its displacement. Betty applies force from the 4 meter to point to the 6 meter point, and Chuck applies force from 6 meter point to the 8 meter point. Which of the 3 does the most work on the object? So let us solve first work ni Al. So ano ang ating figure? What's the plane figure? 1/2. Triangle din, di ba? Right triangle. So this is 1/2 base times height. Now, what is the base? Equal to from 0 to 4, and that would be 4. Now, how about the height? So take note that the red one is below the x-axis. So that is below the x-axis. So the height must be, so yung parang depth ang gagawin natin. So negative 4. Nakuha kung bakit negative 4? It's simply because it is below the x-axis. So what is now the work done by Al? Negative 8 joules. So let us now solve for Betty. Work ni Betty. So what is the plane figure? Still a right triangle. So 1/2 base times height. So this is 1/2. So what would be the base? 2. And how about the height? 4. And that will give Betty total of 4 joules. Now, for Chuck, work for Chuck. So what is the plane figure? A rectangle. So what's the formula for rectangle? Area ng rectangle, length times width. Okay, so L, W. So what is now the length? So from 6 to 8, so we have 2 saka 4. So pwede naman magkabaligtad yung dalawa. So 2 times 4, that will give us 8 joules. Therefore, tanong kasi which of the 3? So therefore, Chuck does most work on the object. Question with 8 joules. For work, hindi pala work. Chuck does the most work on the object. So, yan ang ating answer sa number 5. Oo, ganun pa rin. So, halimbawa, ganyan na. So, sige, apply natin ha. Anong kailangan natin makuha? 8 joules kay Chuck ha. Sige, i-calculus natin yung kay Chuck. O, paki-screenshot muna. Okay na? Okay. So, delete ko lang ha. So, kung i-calculus base natin yung kay Chuck, eto, kay Chuck, this is y is equal to 4. Tama ba? Y is equal to 4. Tapos, ang lower natin, y is equal to 0. So, in that case, ang work ni Chuck is equal to integral. Ano yung limit natin? Saan ba nagsimula yung kay Chuck? Sa 6 and 8. Then, y upper is 4 minus 0. Then, dx. So, therefore, work. So, pwede ko ilabas si 4 kasi constant siya, di ba? So, from 6 to 8. Then, dx. So, yan lang siya. So, equal 4 integral. Oh, what is the integral of dx? Di ba x? So, 4x. But this is from 6 to 8. So, ang work ni Chuck, so we have 4. First value ng x ay 8 minus 6. Second value ay 6. So, this is 4 times 2. So, that will give us 8 joules. Nakuha? Using calculus, integral calculus. Yan. Hindi na tayo nag-slope doon. Kasi horizontal line eh. Eh ang rise overrun, di ba? Alam naman natin ang rise overrun. Kasi nakuha natin agad yung equation. Y is equal to 4. So, kapag nag-area under the curve na kayo, medyo may idea na kayo how to solve that. Sino ba ang calculus to nyo ngayon? Just asking lang ha. Sino lang? Sir Mayo? Ay, hindi ko siya kilala. Sir Kirby. Not from Math and Physics ata yan. Tama ba? Hindi sila taga Math and Physics department. I don't know. But you're done with the ano na naman, di ba? The definite integral. How about the others? Same ba? Okay. Sige. Mayo apelido, Mayo. Si Sir Kirby. Anyway, wala ng question sa sample problem 5. Charles Mayo. I guess it's not from Math and Physics. Maybe it's from another department. Okay, next. So, work done by a conservative and non-conservative forces. So, nasa work ba lang tayo? Work, power, and energy ang ating topic. So, if the net work done by a force does not depend on the path taken between the 2 points, then the force is a conservative force. Suppose particles move from initial position to final position, then the work done on the particle by a conservative force is related to the corresponding potential energy. So, which is the use of R. So, change in U is our potential energy. So, work is negative change in U, which is also the change in U when it comes to the potential energy. So, potential, so yung ating U, that would be RF minus the RI. So, another is that work is also potential gravitational energy. Kapag gravitational potential energy, so 'di ba ang potential energy is mgh. Yun yung ating formula, mgh. Actually, dahil height, we're talking about the dy. So change in y. So integral of the negative mg dy. So in that case guys, dahil constant ito, kaya nilabas lang natin siya. Kaya negative mg, then integral of dy. Ano ba integral ng dy? Di ba? That would be y. So kaya negative mg dy. But may initial saka final, kaya ang nangyari, yung y, i-replace natin ng first value by definite integral, that would be the final minus the initial. Kaya negative mg y final minus y initial. Now, if that is the change in potential energy using a spring, so that would be integral of kx dx. Take note that k is constant. Now, kapag nilabas ko yung k guys, gawin kong black. Ayan, dito sa left side. K, then integral of x dx. So meaning, we have here xi, xf. From xi to xf. Now, ano ba ang integral ng x dx? Di ba? X squared over 2. Kaya, naging k x squared over 2. Ngayon, dahil may limit from xi to xf, so ilabas ko na si k over 2. So, yun naman yung ating constant eh. So, kapag nilabas ko yun, so meaning we have xf, unang value ng x is xf, then squared, minus xi squared. So, parehas lang yan dito. Kasi pinaka-factor out lang natin yung 1/2 k. So, frictional force is a non-conservative force. So, let's have an example. A horizontal force F pulls 10 kilograms. So, we have mass. Across the floor at a constant speed. If the coefficient of sliding friction, so meron tayong mu, is 0.30. How much work is done by the force moving in the carton by displacement is 5 meter. Okay, so assume natin, no? So gawa tayo ng free body. So mayroon tayo ditong box. Then yung box, syempre, meron 10 kilogram. By which gagawin natin siyang force. Kaya this is times 9.8. So therefore, the weight of the box is 98 Newton. So dahil nasa surface siya, meron yung force acting upward, di ba? And that is the normal force. Now, aside from that, you pull. Sabi dito, may in-apply kang force. So, meron tayo dito ang applied force na pinul. So, dahil pinul mo siya, nagkaroon dito ng frictional force. Siyempre, yun ay kontra. FF. Okay? So let us now solve that. if we take the summation of forces at y is equal to 0, so ano yung nag-a-act sa y? We have the normal force going up minus the weight, di ba? Which is equal to 0. So therefore, what is the normal force? That would be also the weight. So the normal force is 98 Newton. Next, if we now take the summation of forces at x is equal to 0. So ano yung inano natin? We have FA to the right minus frictional force to the left, which is equal to 0. So therefore, the force applied is also our frictional force. But the question is, what is the value of the frictional force? Di ba, ang ating F net, so yung frictional force natin is also equal to mu, or yung mu is equal to the frictional force divided by the normal force. So what is now our FF? Here. So FF, we have 0.3 then times the normal force. So what is the value? 0.3 times 98. 29.4. So what is now the work done? So work now is equal to yung F net natin, which is also the FF. So 29.4 times the distance or displacement natin, which is 5. So 29.4 times 5, so 147 joules. So ito yung work na hinahanap natin. Nakuha? Okay. Okay. Next. Tingnan muna natin, baka may question yung iba. O, power. Measures the rate of work done. So when we say rate, guys, di ba? That is with respect to time. So power, work divided by the time. So that is power. Ang power din daw is also equivalent to the vector F dot velocity or force times velocity. Ano ba nga kasi ang work? Di ba ang unit ng work is joules per second? But joule is Newton meter divided by the time second. So this is a force, unit for force, then meter per second is a unit for velocity. Kaya force times velocity din ang ating power. Where power, our P is power in watts, work in joules, T is for time in second, F is in force in newtons, and then B is for velocity in meter per second. So again, power is work over time or force times velocity. So these are the units of the power. So 1 watt again is 1 joule per second kasi nga work over time. And 1 joule per second, and joule is equivalent to Newton meter, then divided by the time, which is second. So, and which is also equivalent to 1 kilogram meter squared per second squared. Now for the another conversion, ang 1 horsepower is equivalent to 746 watts. Okay, so let's have an example, number 1. Water flows over a section of Niagara Falls at a rate of 1.2 times 10 to the 6 kilogram per second and falls 50 meter. how many 60 watt bulbs can be lit with this power? So kung ito yung binigay sa atin, kilogram per second. So kailangan natin siyang gawing power. So para maging power, ano nga ulit yung unit? Newton. So 1.2 times 10 to the 6 kilogram per second. So para maging Newton siya, we need to multiply this by 9.8 meter per second squared, di ba? So kilogram meter per second squared. Newton na siya. Kaso Newton per second. Kaso ang power is Newton meter per second. So kaya i-multiply din natin to by 50 meter. So ito na yung meter per second. Ayan na yung ating velocity. Then ito na yung ating force. So what is now the power? So what is now the power? Paki-multiply. So ilang watts lahat? So that would be 588,000. Tama ba? Ay, million. Watts. Actually, that is 588 megawatts. Or megawatts. Pero hindi yan yung question. Ang tanong, how many 60 watt bulbs can be lit with this power? So, ang number of bulbs, so that will be equal to 588 million watts. And then this is divided by 60. So, ilan lahat yung bulb na pwedeng mapailaw niyan? 980,000. So, ganun kadami. So, 980,000 bulbs can be lit with that power. Question. Okay. So, next. So, an escalator is 30 meters long and slants at 30 degrees relative to the horizontal. If it moves at 1 meter per second, at what rate does it do work in lifting a 50 kilogram man from the bottom to the top of the escalator? So what would be the work done with that? Ay, hindi ko pa pala wait lang publish ko lang yung ating yan. So what would be the power? So kung bubuhatin natin yung from bottom to the top. So we're talking about the y. No? So y. So therefore, the power is equal to force. So kung force siya, so kung force ang kailangan natin, so gaano ba kabigat siya? 50 kilogram. Then para maging force, we have to multiply it by 9.8 meter per second squared. Then sine 30 degrees. So bakit to naka-sine 30 degrees? Ang kinukuha natin, yung lift from the bottom to the top. So, kailangan natin yung displacement natin ng patayo. Then, its velocity is 1 meter per second. So, what is now the power? Pa-compute. 245 watts. Bakit di na-include yung 30 meters? Actually, dapat may 30 siya. So that it should be 30 sine 30. So multiply pa natin to ng 30. Kasi we're talking about the displacement niya lang sa y. So 7,350. Okay, next. Papabago ko yung ano yung sa palagay sa sample natin. Okay, next example. A warehouse worker uses a forklift to lift a crate of pickles on a platform to a height of 2.75 meter above the floor. So, meron na tayong change in X. Actually, that would be change in Y, no? Kasi kung above the floor. Basta ang displacement natin is 2.75 meter. The combined mass of the platform and the crate is 207. So, the mass is 207 kilogram. If the power expended by the forklift is 140, how long? So meaning, we need to solve for the time. How long does it take to lift the crate? So kung yan ang ating given, so paano natin siya makukuha? So, ano bang formula, di ba? Work, that power is work over time. So in that case, para ma-solve si time, we need to get work over power. So, ano ba yung work? Kung ito ang ating given. So, work is force times the displacement. Diba? So, ano ating work ngayon? And ang force, alam natin that would be M times G times the displacement. Diba? So, ang mass is 207 times 9.8. Then the displacement is 2.75. So, what's now the work? 5578. So this is now Joule. So we can now solve for the time. So how long? So 5578.65 divided by the power, which is 1 for 40. So ilan? 3.87 seconds. Okay, so that will be the time. Wait lang guys. Okay, so next example, work energy theorem. So, yung kinetic energy, so i-relate din natin yung energy sa work. So, ang kinetic energy is 1 half mv squared. 1 half mv squared. So, if that is a change, so therefore that is 1 half m, then Vf squared minus Vi squared. So, the work is also the change in kinetic energy. So, work is also the change in kinetic energy, which is this formula. So, sample. A skier moving 5 meters per second encounters a long rough horizontal patch of snow having a coefficient of kinetic friction. So may friction na naman tayo. So mu is 0.220 with her skis. How far does she travel on this patch before stopping? So nawawala delta x. And then, syempre meron tayong final velocity. It means mag-stop. Ano ngayon ang ating initial velocity? And that is yung 5. So, wait. Okay, so ayan yung ating mga given. But we don't know the mass. Kung kinetic energy ang kailangan natin, di ba? And work is also the change in kinetic energy. So, we need to get first the frictional force. Kasi yun yung mag-a-act eh. So, let's say for example, kung ito yung skier, yan yung ating skier, siyempre moving siya, di ba? Moving. So, dahil nag-i-ski siya, meron niyang frictional force. Okay? So, may frictional force siya, then moving siya dito ng velocity natin, which is 5 meter per second. So, syempre, yung skier, meron siyang weight pababa. Then, meron din siyang, syempre, normal force kasi nasa surface. So, if we take the summation of forces at y again, the normal force is equal to weight. So, the N is mg. Now, kung sa x naman, summation of forces at x is equal to 0. So, yung FF natin is equal to the force. So, force, ang FF is mu N. Yan. So, frictional force. So, yung total force natin is mu N. So, meron tayong mu. So, that would be mu mg. So, ayan yung ating magiging formula dito. Now, we can now solve for the work. So, what is now the work? Force times the displacement. So, that would be force, yung mu mg times the displacement. Okay? Pero ito yung nawawala. But we know that work is also the change in kinetic energy. So, if that's the case, so mu mg delta x is equal to 1 half m. Ito na yung Vf squared minus Vi squared. So, anong pwede i-cancel? Yung m And we want to solve for delta x. So, formula ngayon ng displacement is now equal to that would be vf squared minus vi squared. And this is all over 2 times mu times g. So, ano yung ating final velocity? So, that would be 0 squared minus 5 is 0 squared minus 5 squared all over 2. Then, ang mu is 0.22. Then, the gravitation is negative 9.8. So, what is now the displacement? So, delta x is equal to 5.80 meter. So, positive ba? Kasi yung 5 in square, tapos nakatimes sa negative. Tapos divided by negative, kaya naging positive. Nakuha to ni number 10. Lagyan natin ng mga gagawin. Discussion. Ayun. Wait lang wait. Okay, so let's have the last example. So, a force of 1.5 Newton acts on a 0.20 kilogram cart so as to accelerate it along an air track. The track and force are horizontal and in line. How fast is the cart going after acceleration from rest through 30 centimeter if friction is negligible? So, negligible yung ating friction. So, we have force, 1.50. We have mass, 0.20. Tapos, from rest, so initial velocity would be 0. Final velocity, so yun yung hinahanap, how fast. And then, we have the delta x, which is 0.3 meter. 30 centimeters, so that would be 0.3. if friction is negligible. So, paano natin ito ngayon kukunin? So, again, ang change in kinetic energy is 1/2 m, which is 0.20. Then this is times Vf squared minus initial velocity 0 squared. Okay? But again, the change in kinetic energy, we can write that as work. So ito ngayon ay 0.11. Then, times Vf squared. Na-follow to guys kung ba't galing ganito? 0.10 lang pala. So ano ngayon ang work? Ang work is force times the distance. So pwede natin ilagay 0.10 Vf squared. That would be equal to the force, 1.50 times the displacement, which is 0.3. So what is now the Vf? So Vf is simply the square root of 1.5 times 0.3. Then this is divided by 0.1. So what is the final velocity? What's the final velocity? Please compute. 2.12. Then this is meter per second. Okay, so please answer the ano natin. Ang deadline lang ngayon, yung main ngayon deadline lang natin is discussion. The discussion